Why did Jake Paul get sued by Eddie Hearn? What does he have to do with Floyd Mayweather? In this video, we have got all the latest happenings and news circulating in the boxing world. So hang tight there and be with us till the end so you won't miss out on anything. Also, make sure to like the video and subscribe. We wouldn't want you to miss out on any of our similar content. Firstly, what do you need to know about Eddie Hearn? British sports promoter Edward John Hearn serves as the chairman of both Matchroom Sport and the Professional Darts Corporation. Hearn is the son of Matchroom Sport's founder and promoter Barry Hearn OBE. Since joining Matchroom Sport, Hearn has promoted numerous world champions, including Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, Alexander Usyk, Vasily Lomachenko, and many more. Recently, Hearn has worked to promote some significant events, such as Carl Froch versus George Groves II in 2014 and Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko in 2017, both of which were held at Wembley Stadium and drew 80,000 and 90,000 spectators respectively. Up next, why did Jake Paul get sued by Eddie Hearn? Jake Paul, a former YouTuber, now a professional fighter, has made a career out of talking trash. Still, Matchroom Boxing president Eddie Hearn might have a costly lesson for him. According to Hearn's lawyer, Frank Salzano, Eddie Hearn has launched a defamation action for more than $100 million in response to Paul's allegations that Matchroom was manipulating fights. There is a distinct line that separates opinion from falsehoods that violate morality and law. Jake Paul intentionally crossed the line when he falsely accused Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn of manipulating fights because he is aware of this. He was still offered the chance to withdraw his slanderous words, but he declined. Given the value and goodwill associated with the Matchroom business and the damaging nature of Mr. Paul's words, he will have to deal with the legal repercussions of his acts. Mr. Hearn will be pursuing damages well over $100 million. So, when did things between the two get heated up? Although Hearn and Paul appeared to work in a pleasant setting before the famous Taylor versus Serrano bout at Madison Square Garden, it is evident that their relationship has since deteriorated. In actuality, the match-fixing allegations returned to Katie Taylor's incredible comeback victory over Serrano in that contest. The charge was leveled by Jake Paul in a conversation with IFL TV. He charged Matchroom with paying Glenn Feldman to give Katie Taylor the fight. I still believe Amanda Serrano defeated Katie Taylor in the contest. The judge, Glenn Feldman, who had Taylor and Serrano separated by the most significant margin, is then demonstrated. Almost everyone predicted a draw or that Amanda would win. However, one judge, Glenn Feldman, handed Taylor rounds that Amanda blatantly won, while scoring Taylor with such a large deficit. Then, in Saudi Arabia, a judge named Glenn Feldman declared Anthony Joshua the victor against Alexander Usyk. Everyone who watched the battle knows it wasn't a close call. Usyk easily won the fight and held a commanding lead. Yet, Glenn Feldman, this judge, awards it to Anthony Joshua. It appears to be an ongoing crime. I'm going to call this kind of thing out in boxing because it's ridiculous. This man is obviously being paid by Matchroom Boxing. Currently, Hearn's side is pushing for a jury trial. Paul's defamatory claims were made with malicious purpose and have hurt Hearn and Matchroom's finances and reputation, which is exactly what Paul intended when he made the ludicrous allegations, the court ruled. Up next, what other option has been proposed by Hearn? Hearn claims that Paul's public apology for his egregious accusations is the only thing that can prevent a potential lawsuit. Hearn stated that we'll assess what needs to be done if he won't issue an official apology. But I won't allow the integrity of what we do or our reputation in this industry to be tarnished. It's incredibly significant to us and our love of the sport, and it's being spoken by a dopey older man. Listen, he's decent for the sport, we laugh. He doesn't like Taylor Serrano or me, etc. That is on another level. So, therefore, that will be resolved. Coming right up, does Jake Paul desire a share of Floyd Mayweather? The YouTube celebrity called Mayweather out after the boxer criticized Paul 5-0 for his level of competitiveness competitiveness. Paul retaliated against Mayweather for continuing to compete in boxing exhibition matches. He most recently defeated Mikuru Asakura in the second round of the Super Risen main event on Sunday in Saitama, Japan. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, imagine the year is 2022. Paul said on social media that Floyd Mayweather was squandering his fans' money and time by fighting unknown opponents. He chose to battle comedy shorts gamer, influencer, to make some money to pay his tax bills, even though he doesn't even know the names of the individuals he's fighting. Jake Paul is told by Floyd Mayweather that he won't fight him unless he loses weight to 140 pounds or less. I find the state of the world to be unbelievable. This is too unbelievable to be true. In an exhibition match, Logan, Paul's older brother, was recently defeated by Mayweather. However, he declared he would be open to taking on the problem child in a real battle if he fought at his natural weight. Paul, though, believes they can find a compromise. Then Paul said, "Floyd, I'll fight you. And you know, that's one of the biggest battles in boxing. You weigh 165 while I weigh 175. We can accomplish that and earn a few $100 million. But what will be your justification? Why did you worry about what I weighed when you didn't care what my brother weighed? Since you already know what will occur, I'd like to announce I've got your 0. I'm not just going to say I have your hat. I received a 0. You'll figure out a way to dance around this though. You stated, oh, he's going to get annihilated once he fights a professional fighter. It won't be good for him. Why not be the finest version of yourself? Although there is only one Mayweather, he is reluctant to take on Jake Paul. It's 2022, guys. What is going on? I cannot believe this. In his upcoming match on October 29th, Paul will face his toughest challenge to date. He faces Anderson Silva, the former UFC middleweight champion who defeated Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in his comeback fight in boxing. Up next, is Jake Paul aiming to become a boxing champion? In 3 to 4 years, social media star Jake Paul, who has a 5-0 professional boxing record, hopes to become the world's light heavyweight champion and battle the biggest names in the sport. According to ESPN's Mike Coppinger, Paul stated, "I'm going to keep on improving each time and getting harder and harder battles. My life is boxing. The celebrity and basketball stuff is in the past. From the moment I get up, all I do is practice boxing. It's my only activity. It involves yoga, meditation, and filmmaking. It involves spending hours discussing game plans and strategies with my coaches. I'm consuming raw bone marrow and liver. I'm doing everything I can to improve my chances of becoming the best boxer I can be. And I'm aware that many people are out to get me. I'm aware that many people want me to fail." His victories include over YouTuber Anisan Gibb, former NBA player Nate Robinson, and UFC fighters Tyron Woodley and Ben Askren twice. Paul was scheduled to square off against Tommy Fury, a boxer who is Tyson Fury's younger half-brother and a professional fighter. However, for unknown reasons, he could not enter the country in time for the fight. Lastly, what does Hearn say about Joshua? According to Hearn, Joshua won't be signing the contract by Monday. Thus, Fury, 32-0-1, 23 KOs, should back out if he's loyal to his promise and fight Manuel Charr on December 3rd. If Fury doesn't sign by Monday, it's unclear whether he'll pull out of the Joshua fight. He must know that the compensation for fighting Charr will be significantly less than for a matchup with Joshua. Fury's patience seems to have worn thin due to the money he has garnered from his 3 fights with Deontay Wilder and the success those battles have brought him. Fury now behaves like a spoilt child who won't wait for a significant fight to be appropriately mediated. If he continues to act this way, he will only be able to battle nurses who will gladly sign the contract with him just so they may fight him. Tyson Fury has stated that he is retiring, will donate his money to help the homeless, and that if you don't sign by Monday, he will withdraw from the bout. Well, what do you know? We have a meeting on Monday to thoroughly review the deal, so we won't be signing that day. This is how it works. We diligently collaborated with Queensbury while waiting 9 days for the contract. No one has been wasting time, and we have meetings with BT, DAZN, UPN, and Queensbury to complete the process. But it's not going to happen on Monday. And here's a wrap-up. This was all you needed to know about Jake Paul versus Eddie Hearn and the latest happenings. Do you think the fights were fixed? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. We'll be back with more exciting videos soon. Until then, take good care. Goodbye.